Well, I finally got my hands on one of the new Snap-on 100-tooth ratchets. Part number on this particular one is F100. On the left, I have the F80 for comparison. They're kind of the equivalents, I would say, in ratchets. From the new to the old. The tool truck only had an inventory, the non-flex head. He did have the comfort grip, which I'm not a fan of comfort grip. If you're watching my other videos on my ratchets, I've stated that before. It's just not my thing. Um, and then they have he had on the truck the 3/8 stubby ratchet, again, not flex head. Now, as far as I know, currently, as of now, they only have these in either the short or this, as you see, in comfort grip and flex head. So really just those combinations. I know in the upcoming months are supposed to start releasing more. I don't know if they're going to phase out the 80 tooth ratchets. I don't really see why they would keep them around. You'd think this is going to replace it, but I'm not sure on that. Um, like I said, F100, F80, kind of get into it on what the differences are, and if they're better or not. For starters, as you can tell, it's a little bit longer, although that will differ on whether or not you get a flex head. I'm not sure if the comfort grip ratchets are a little bit longer with that handle or not. I don't think they are. They could be. Um, the logo on these, now the first batch is supposed to only have this logo. Now I don't know how many ratchets the first batch is, how long it goes on for or not, but I did want to get it with this logo, which is why I went ahead and just got it while I could, for sure. It's got the older style. This one's a little bit outdated because if you do get a new F80 or just any of the 80 tooth ratchets, they'll say USA on the back, and I do believe the screws for this plate also come through the back now, like on this one. But other than that, this should be just as current as what you'll be ordering for that part number. The switch material on this is steel, which I guess is different from this, although I did not catch what the material on this switch is made out of. However, when I first got this ratchet today, I'm only had it for a day, didn't get to use it a whole lot, but I was, fidgeting around with the switch, and I had noticed it got stuck on me quite a few times, although I don't seem to be having that problem now. But I only bring that up because I posted a photo to the social media with this ratchet saying that I got it, and somebody coincidentally had commented saying that the switch gets stuck on them. He said 9 out of 10 times. Now, I didn't have it that big of a amount happen, but it did happen, so it seems to be something that's going on. But like I said, it seems fine now. When I first got it, it would have already. Oh, right there. See, it's a little stuck. Seems like if you push down, get stuck. You kind of got to get a perfect, just to the right or left. That's what seems to be going on there. Maybe not. I don't know. I do prefer, I think, the older switch more. It just seems to. It's a little bit taller of a switch. If I can just kind of get my thumb in there a little bit better. But I'm also used to that, so it probably feels a little bit more natural because I've been using that for years. What the difference in the material is, if that's an upgrade or not, why they did that, I'm not too sure. Other than that, the ratchet is a little bit longer. Like I was saying, I'm not going to tear these apart, although I do plan on doing a video in the future where I'm tearing apart some ratchets, even different brand ones, and comparing the Snap-on and the different brands. But I know they're still dual pawl. I know if you're familiar with the inside of these, there's a spring that goes between both pawls. From what I have seen, that spring is gone now, and the two pawls just kind of contact a bridge that's in here that the switch is also in contact with. It's similar looking to the inside, not a huge difference in it. I don't know why they did away with the spring, what that was for or not. But the bigger difference that I do know is on the 80s, there's 7 teeth that contact the gear on each pawl. It's now up to 10, so it does sound like an improvement. And that being said, the arc angle on the dual 80s was 4.5 degrees, and it's now down to 3.6 according to their website. And I have been in situations with the Snap-on ratchet where it's a really tight spot and I needed just a little bit more, and I just couldn't get quite to the next tooth to break the fastener loose or whatever it was. Not that happens too often. If I had this ratchet or the new 100 tooth, would that have been a difference? Perhaps. Because these are still pretty fine tooth. There's really not a whole lot of play between each, tooth. But definitely, I would say an improvement there, not massive. The plate, one thing I did notice, so you can kind of see the ring around there. It's a little raised around the anvil. That's not a wear mark or anything like on how this. That's just from the sockets from over time. This ratchet hasn't been used an incredibly large amount. I used to keep it home for a while. I'm not sure if that's just for added. I don't know if it's just thicker right there, if it really is pressed in or what. Why they did that? Maybe to make some room. But the head is a little more tapered off, as you can see, and it is a little bit thinner. Not insanely thinner, but definitely is. Decent change there. I wanted to get the flex head because I wanted to compare if there's a difference between the flex heads now versus the dual 80s, but I do not have that. The price difference on this is, I believe, I did not pay. I bought this in a kit. It came with sockets and some extensions. It was less than $200 on promo years ago. But this is $137, I believe it said online now, and then this was $143. So there's not a huge price difference in that. I don't feel. I mean, I do think this is an improved Ratchet. We'll see how the switch goes on over time. I don't think it's going to be an issue from what I'm seeing now, but I think it's an improved Ratchet, but I don't think it's a dramatic difference enough to say replace all of your dual 80s now with these. But if you are in the market for a snap-on Ratchet, because you either don't have one or whatever, just in the market for one, I would go with 100 tooth based on what I've seen. I do think it's a little bit better. The price difference doesn't seem to be that much more. You know, I'm not sure how long this one's been out for, the dual 80, but it seems like it's been out for at least 10 years now, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if they're going to be doing, changes to the quarter inch, because I think quarter inch ratchets are still 72 tooth. I don't think they ever went up to the 80 tooth and quarter inch. So it'd be interesting to see what Snap-on might be doing with that. And I would imagine they're going to start replacing every ratchet with the 100 tooth. I don't see why you want it, but we'll see. But once again, thanks for watching, and stay tuned. I plan on doing, like I said, a more in-depth teardown of the ratchets. This is kind of my initial thoughts based on owning it for half a day practically. I did use it at work. Guy comes in the morning, seems decent. But until next time.